All right. I mean, so what happened on Twitter around this time of 2017 was there was an account. This account releases just a dump of logs. Later on after that, videos were getting leaked of what was being shared in the chat room of those people. Dude, it's fucking nightmares fucking shit. Like this it's not good.
Kero the wolf.
The fact that this guy fucked corpses of animals, self-admitted in the chat rooms to have doing that, sent a video of him raping his dog repeatedly, and he's the least worst of that whole fucking group. Of that whole group that he was a part of, the least worst.
Content warning. Zoophilia, animal abuse, pedophilia. Kero the wolf is part of a circle of furries who participate in not only zoophilia, but also necrophilia, animal torture, and discussion of pedophilia. Here's the evidence. There are many, but I'll focus on him.
Left a giant scar on the fandom, and I want to apologize how I handled my response to it.
Like lying? Like lying? You mean like lying, Kero?
I was accused of something that I didn't do, and I didn't know how to handle a situation like
the way he's talking, dude. The way he's talking. It's just, oh my god. You are so fucking lucky, dude. Sorry. You are so fucking lucky.
Hey, I'm a documentary producer making a film about furries and how problematic amateur detectives can be. Would you be interested in talking with me?
So your dumbass got baited? Oh, that's why he got so excited. I'm glad you had your naivety preyed upon so fucking easily. You actually thought that somebody was on your fucking side. You thought someone making a documentary specifically about the zoo sadist leaks was on your side. That's fucking hilarious.
And I just don't want my brand in this.
Your brand, you're concerned about your fucking brand, nigga? Are you fucking kidding me? It is 2025 and Kero the fucking wolf is concerned about his brand. Holy shit. Okay. Dude. That's like Weinstein being concerned about his fucking brand. I wonder.
You know, with the fandom, you know, pushing me back so hard, I felt like this was...
The fandom, yeah. Blame the fucking fandom, dude. Blame the fucking fandom for pushing you back so hard. Whatever the fuck that means.
My only choice to really set the record straight. But on the other hand, I didn't appreciate them just...
Dude, that's what I mean. He literally could not resist it. Like, all he had to do was be presented with the opportunity to be like, oh, maybe this time people will understand you, Kero. All you have to do is just be a part of our documentary. He literally couldn't help it. He literally could not fucking help it. He could not resist. It's so egotistical. Holy shit.
saying, hey, regardless, I was kind of pushed into this, but at
Well,
the same time,
cry me a
you know,
river.
I'm glad that, you know,
You
actually
raped your
thought
dog.
went into it.
Cry me a river.
I mean, there was a 30-minute section where the mood completely changed, and they just started grilling me.
Ah, dude, yes. Dude, yes. This is so good advertising, dude. I cannot fucking believe you are giving free advertising to a documentary that exposes you for raping your dog. I cannot fucking believe. I cannot believe he is doing this right now. That is crazy. Oh my god. Responding to the first episode? Okay, now he's... Wait, so he actually watched it?
Regardless, I am immeasurably disappointed by this episode. The producers
Yes! Yes, okay, he watched it. Okay, this is gonna be very interesting.
clearly had an agenda when they interviewed me. They didn't want to find out the truth. They wanted...
Oh, you deserve it, you fucking little worm. You deserve it. You deserve it. Dude, this makes me actually so happy. This makes me so happy. You have to understand, the worst confrontation Kero ever had was with the diaper fur, who was totally glazing up his fucking cock the whole fucking time. That was the worst Kero's ever been confronted. And so now you finally have people who are sitting this smug asshole down and grilling him rightfully, for the shit that he fucking did, finally. Finally. You know, it's such a small ask. It's such a small ask. Obviously, I'd rather Kero rot in fucking prison for the rest of his fucking life for what he fucking did. But that's obviously not going to happen because statute of limitations and whatnot. But, dude, thank fucking God. At the very least, this happened. Good. You deserve to fucking squirm.
They lied to me to get me involved in this, even though I
Gulp
declined multiple times.
lied.
Just
I cannot fucking believe the balls of this fucking degenerate to actually still. I cannot fucking believe it. This guy is actually rehashing this shit and trying to argue his innocence. I don't know how, because this fucking shit actually gets under my fucking skin. Like nothing else. Nothing else in the fucking world gets under my skin. I meant it when I said it during that one stream. The Zeus Sadist Leaks of 2017 is genuinely one of the worst fucking things I've ever heard of in my entire fucking life. There has never been anything on the internet that came as close as to the fucking depravity of that. And Kero the Wolf is trying to act like he wasn't associated with those people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch a bunch of old videos. This fucking shit brings back actual bad memories. So we're going to watch the first thing that came to my mind that I think showed that it is a good jumping off point, right? Because there's really no other good jumping off point when it comes to this fucking shit. There's no, it's all bad. It's all bad. But we'll start with Mr. Mediker's video covering the fucking shit, covering Kero, because Kero gets mentioned a lot. He's the reason why the whole fucking thing blew up in the first place, because he was a massive furry content creator at the time. So we're gonna start with this. All right. I mean, so the background I could give for this is that what happened on Twitter around this time of 2017 was there was an account called something Zoo Expose or whatever the fuck, right? I forgot exactly what the account was called. But this account releases just a dump of logs of people talking to each other, right? And I think that was the initial leak was that on the surface web. Like you could see the conversations these people were having. One of these people's was Kero the fucking Wolf. And that caused a huge explosion in the drama because Kero was a popular content creator at the time. Later on after that, videos were getting leaked of what was being shared in the chat room of those people. Dude, it's fucking nightmares fucking shit. Like this it's not good.
Okay, why do you drink?
And then just to be clear too, this came out before I was a furry and shit like that. This shit made me really, really fucking hate furries. Like it's just it's bad, dude. Is your nose fucked up? Yeah, it is. Allergies.
I drink to dull.
Give the man a drink. Can you really blame him for being a near alcoholic at this point? I would be too if I were a part of the furry fandom.
Yeah.
Poor Kage there has spent years going around to different conventions and gatherings. And
Oh, by the way, I saw Uncle Kage at a furry con one time. He's really wholesome and shit. He's like one of the most normal fucking people of the entire fandom.
promoting the exact same message. Don't embarrass the fandom. In fact, that clip is from a video called Furries Ruin Everything. And his message is pretty succinct. It's pretty clear and to the point. Don't make an ass of yourself. Don't walk around in fetish gear.
Yeah.
Don't do weird shit in hotel lobbies. Stay the fuck away from the mainstream media. They will make you look retarded. Well, if his liver wasn't dead before, it sure as shit is going to be today after we do our deep dive. Let me introduce you to somebody that goes by the name Kero the Wolf. He's got a sizable YouTube channel. I mean, look at those metrics. Over 100,000 subscribers. He's got a decent-sized following on Twitter.
Dude. The fact that this guy fucked corpses of animals, self-admitted in the chat rooms to have doing that, sent a video of him raping his dog repeatedly. And he's the least worst of that whole fucking group. Of that whole group that he was a part of, the least worst. He was the least worst. That's how bad it is.
And why wouldn't people want to follow him?
Like, by far. Kero the Wolf looks like... What Kero the Wolf did is, like, loitering compared to what the other people did. It is fucking horrific. And I cannot fucking believe this guy, like, was mucking or just happily mucking along with these people. It takes a certain kind of twisted individual to be fucking around with people like that.
I mean, look at that bio. A wildlife advocate. Kero loves the animals. He really deeply, truly loves the animals. You're going to see how much Kero loves those fucking puppers.
Hi, I'm Kero. And I'm not your average YouTuber. Here, I do things a little bit different. Take a look.
Oh, he definitely does things differently. I can confirm that. He does it differently than pretty much anybody on the face of the earth, anybody with a moral fucking compass. Now, Kero found himself in a bit of a controversy when leaks began to happen about 3 to 4 days back. Logs were dumped on Twitter and other social media platforms surrounding him and a group of friends that were involved in a chat with one another talking about particular interests.
Yeah.
A very niche kind of particular interest, things they shared in common.
Dude, and the thing that really pissed me off so fucking badly, like, I just the verbiage is not with me today because it's just there are no words, but it's just like so many. It annoyed the fuck out of me when this guy got exposed for being in this fucking chat room, and it was like undeniably Kero. It was not an impersonator. It was undeniably him in those fucking chat rooms. Kero would later admit to being in those chat rooms in a fucking interview. But so many people's initial reaction was to defend him. Like, just blindly sweep for him. And it's like, dude, when you're being accused of something like this, dude, your immediate thought should not be to defend him. Your immediate, if anything, you should be like, okay, what's the evidence? That should be your immediate thought. Holy shit.
Content warning. Zoophilia, animal abuse, pedophilia. Kero the Wolf is part of a circle of furries who participate in not only zoophilia, but also necrophilia, animal torture, and discussion of pedophilia. Here's the evidence. There are many, but I'll focus on him. This content was compiled by the now defunct Pseudonym.
That's what
I'll get more into this later. A few things before I start posting. I don't know who any of these individuals are. These screen caps date back literal years. I don't know who Pseudonym is. Now, Mordecai is referring to the user that initially dumped this stuff onto the internet. This account has been deleted, and you're looking at screen caps from the archive of it. But when they...
Pseudonym is a disgusting freak as well. Like the whole... And I think I've said this before, too. The whole reason this fucking shit got leaked was because other zoophiles got upset that people were raping puppies to death. They'll rape dogs, but hold on, killing them? Well, that's too far, dude. And that's why this whole shit got fucking leaked. So Pseudonym is not innocent by any fucking means either.
initially dumped the logs, essentially they said that they wanted to get the...
And I don't know if we know who Pseudonym is. I mean, it's suspected to be one of the guys of Zero the Now. It's suspected to be one of them. Fuck, I think his name is Douglas Sphinct. Douglas Sphinct or whatever the fuck. Like he's thank God cancer fucking took him. Douglas Sphinct is fucking dead. But rest in piss. But I think it might be him. Because he heavily defended this shit as soon as it fucking came out. It's like, well, it sounded like you were privy to a lot of these things. A lot of the behind the scenes stuff. I suspect it was him.
Information out there. Now, one of the counterclaims that has been
But it's
raised
not for
to them
sure. It's
bringing
not
this
for sure.
information public is that it surrounds their jealousy over the person we're talking about. That they're upset that they got an interview with a bigger YouTuber. But one thing to take into
Wait, hold on. Hold on. I never actually read these. I'm sorry if people hate me for this, but I feel portrayed or feel betrayed, but I don't care. Half of these people talked to me and used my chat to meet others. Fuck you. And if the okay, so it wasn't even virtuous. It wasn't even virtuous. They they weren't even a virtuous zoophile. They were just straight up like jealous. Oh god, these people. If the community took out its own trash, you wouldn't have to do this shit happen, so good on you. The bottom line is there is way too many of you covering your friends who are sharing and participating, let alone fucking creating content such as this. This is not acceptable. This is coming from a zoophile, by the way. You want to be accepted by society, grow up. Okay. No, this is not a call for a witch hunt. Spelled is that spelled right? No, yeah, it is. Dyslexia. On these people. I do not want people. I don't. Dude, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. Listen to this. This is not a call for a witch hunt. I do not want these people doxxed or whatever because of this. They raped puppies to death. And they talked about sexually exploiting children in real life. You don't want these people doxxed? You don't want a witch hunt? If there is literally anybody in the fucking world to witch hunt, it's these people. What?
Out when we look at all this crazy shit we're about to look at is the fact that this guy didn't just talk.
Hold on, let me read the rest of this. People need to know. People need to know. Good people who care about their animals need to. You rape your fucking animals. You don't give a shit. So I'm doing it. Some of these people some of these people were my friends. Oh, that. Oh, you couldn't catch Homelander getting that out of me, dude. Holy shit, dude. Just this is what I mean. This person fucking sucks too. I burnt relationships I had with others for years for this. But you know what? When I find out my friends fucked a puppy to the point of splitting it open and then left it for dead, that is not a fucking friend. Wow. That's I said this would happen. Dude, this it's bad. It's really fucking bad, dude. Uh to those of you who covered for these folks, know that it eventually come around one way or another. When these people are arrested. Oh, by the way, when people were trying to figure out pseudonym, guess what he fucking did? A fucking legger. Completely abandoned the account. Wait, no, I think he straight up deleted it. He straight up deleted the account, abandoned it, and stuff like that. Try to cover his fucking tracks as much as possible. You'll be right there with them because guess what? Zoo is fucking illegal, and this is what zoo is. Good, it should be.
About Kero, but talked about multiple other
fourth
people that
account?
were in this group. You can see when you
No, he rebranded. No. He's still on his main account. Kero the Wolf never created an alt. He's so fucking stupid. When he tried to come back before, he rebranded to a completely different name and a completely different Sona and stuff like that. But instead of creating a new YouTube channel, he just rebranded his old account so people easily and quickly found out this is fucking Kero the Wolf. And now he's back. Now he's rebranded back to Kero.
look through their tweet archive, they bring up person after person. So it's not like it was a targeted thing at just one guy. They threw this allegation out against pretty much everybody. Let's take a step back, though. Let's go back to that initial pseudonym post. What was the impetus for this? What compelled him to come forward with this information on people that he knew? I think it was number 4. We should zoom in on number 4. That's a real cherry out of the entire tweet chain.
Goes back out again? Look. Yep. He still goes by fucking Kero, and he lost all those fucking subscribers. He used to have 100K, but now he has 85K.
Or my friends. I burnt relationships I had with others for years for this. But you know what? When I find out my friend fucked a puppy to the point of splitting it open and left it for dead, that's not a fucking friend.
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
I think this is a good place to pause it for a second and let you go get a barf bag handy. Because we're going to be looking at some pretty fucked up shit, even by furry standards.
I don't even know if I could stomach it, dude. I honestly don't want to. Like, I've already familiarized myself with a lot of this fucking stuff when it was coming out because it just got me so fucking mad, dude. But he reads some of the chats, dude. I don't know if I could stomach it. I'll fucking try it.
Pretty fucked up shit. That's a little appetizer. Now, as an aside to all this, Zero did put out a statement about his side of the story. And his side of the story was, I was super...
Did people forget already? Yeah, I forgot. He fucking tried to blame it on hackers. Iranian hackers. Did people forget already? Kero seems to think people forgot because he, in his video, So I don't know if you know, a documentary recently got released, called Furry Detectives, that literally rehashes the Zoo Status leaks of 2017. And Kero is one of the focus of the documentary. He he was contacted for the documentary, and he made a hope post. He made a hope post like, I'm so excited to be a part of this project, dude. Look at this fucking shit. Excited for the AMC documentary on you. Same, was fun to be a part of. I'm excited to see it. So he seems to think people don't remember, and he's dedicated the past few days to trying to debunk it, and we'll fucking watch that. But first, before we watch Kero's response, yeah, apparently Lazy was in the documentary. Before we watch Kero's response to the documentary, I want to show why this motherfucker is guilty beyond any reasonable doubt.
Hacked? Furries and drama. Before you guys go around believing these rumors about me, know the facts. My account was hacked. I would
Oh, my account was hacked.
never do any of these things. These are faked conversations. All this is someone
Was the video of you fucking your dog in your basement faked? Was that faked? How do you fake that?
trying to get attention. They're called trolls. If you choose to believe it without thinking
Well,
about
that's
it logically,
excuse, yeah.
then fine. Become that troll online who has that mob mentality. But please always look
If there is anybody to have mob mentality. Dude, if there's anything to be dogmatic about, it's with this fucking shit. There is. You can't even jokingly defend this. You can't even jokingly defend this. Like, I'm all for jokes and stuff like that, but you can't even jokingly defend this fucking shit. It's like, it's it's the worst shit to ever exist on the fucking internet.
at both sides first. I didn't do this. It should be
Drink
obvious that
battery
these
acid,
logs are
yeah.
fake. They don't even talk like me. And he even went a step
They don't. They do. They do talk exactly like you. But anyways.
further by logging into the service to show that there was a different IP address, that it was coming from Iran. when he's-
Oh, guys, I'm scared. My Telegram was hacked. And I don't know what to do. What's happening? Wow, conveniently after the leaks. Huh. That's kind of crazy.
based in the United
And then
States.
people click on it. I don't know if it's with this screenshot, but check this
States.
fucking shit
Now,
out.
I'm no tech expert. I can't tell you if this is a nefarious plan by a group of internet trolls to target Zero and a collective of furries.
Dude.
But some people did pick up on some key details
Yeah,
when he
what?
posted his screen cap showing that he had been hacked from Iran.
Uh-huh.
Dude says he was hacked, shows Telegram sessions from Iran as evidence, only to post another screenshot with the Android VPN icon key in his status bar. Hey,
You cannot make this fucking shit up, dude. He is an actual fucking retard. And thank God for that. Thank God for that, dude.
Hey, so in the top right of the screenshot you provided, you literally still have VPN on, the key icon. So if you want to keep the I was hacked narrative, that's not recommended. Oopsie. Looks like somebody might have fucked up a little bit. I haven't heard an excuse this good.
Does he go over the interview? Please tell me he goes over the fucking interview. Or is that, I think, no, that's a follow-up video. That's a follow-up video. We need to find the follow-up video. Hold on real quick.
Since a kid got a virus in Roblox.
Oh my god, Mom!
Yes, dude. dude, I love this. I love this fucking video so much.
Heard an excuse this good since a kid got a virus in Roblox.
Oh my god, Mom! I had a computer virus, and I got scared that I had the virus, and when I was getting out of my chair, my pants were
My
slipping,
pants were
and I was
slipping.
pulling them up and getting back on the chair. I am serious! I'm serious! I had a virus!
After my accusations yesterday, a few individuals who I will not
So
name here
stupid,
asked
dude.
me where I sourced my claims from. After sharing a telegram that Pseudonym set up to leave evidence behind, we waded through it. Here are saved conversations Kero the Wolf had. Well, let's jump into these conversations and see what we can find. Sorry for not responding last night, I passed out. But yeah, I'm okay with necro stuff if it's not that bloody. But I'm totally against
Dude. Told you, it's bad.
killing for sex. I only do it with roadkill.
That boy ain't right.
How dare you, sir? How dare you slander me? I don't fuck animals to death. I fuck roadkill. When I see a man hit a deer, I get an erection. When somebody kills a possum with a pickup truck, I go put my penis inside the holes that emerge from the body. If you've ever hit a squirrel with a shovel, ring me up because it's love-making time. This is apparently from a conversation that Kero had with somebody by the name.
So he's a pedophilic, necrophilic zoophile. To be fair, I don't know if, no, okay. I was just going to say, I can't remember if he's a pedophile, but okay. Then he says that, so yeah, no, he is.
Name of Snake Thing. Oh, cub porn. Love, 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 love.
Dude, it's bad.
I always loved puppy butt. Same. I need some puppy
One of the
booty.
most hateful
Same.
videos I've
Let's go
found
grab
it.
ourselves a real cup
I found the follow-up video. All right.
and an animal. Let's make some rare shit. And that picture's been edited for your sanity. Ooh, that would be hot. Oh, and it would be. I'm okay with humping a 4-month-old.
I forgot he said that.
Same. Sorry, I'm a yiffy. Das okay. Me too. Snake Thing decided to send some animation clips to him, and Kero responded as well, but neither of those are showing up. You can thank your gods, whoever they may be, for granting you that small mercy.
Damn.
Oh, my dick could fit in there. Same. They all
But
need
guys, he was totally hacked, and this definitely did not happen, dude.
a dick. Ugh, yeah. Hugs. God, I love puppy breath, and their saliva is nice too.
Dude,
Same
it's-
here. Hugs, fantastic. It is. I played with 2 pups so far. Oh, story
Dude, this is what I fucking mean, man.
time.
I can't, I like to think I have a high tolerance for shit, but like this is he's like bragging about raping puppies, like actual puppies. Like
OXD, they were just my dogs growing up.
they were just my dogs growing up, dude. Okay.
I only fingered their throats and put my pinky up their butts.
Definitely wasn't. No, I've seen the shock humor. Dude, I saw like someone with a high heel step on a fucking dick. Okay, with the pointy end. Okay, I saw a video. My friend showed me a video of like someone chopping a fucking donkey's head off with a sword. Okay, like I've seen horrible fucking shit before, dude. Okay, but this is just having it described. Thankfully I've never seen any of the fucking leaks and stuff like that, like the actual fucking videos themselves. But just hearing what's described and knowing that content actually exists is horrible. It's awful.
The God Emperor, our undying Lord, and by the grace of the Golden Throne, I declare exterminatus.
Daw.
Thank God.
Still sounds nice.
Warhammer
It
reference.
was. I love their mouths. Heart. Aw, yes. It's almost impossible to get good roadkill out here, too. Aw. I need fox booty and deer butt. I need anything. XD. Now, you may have noticed in the conversation that
Depraved
Zero
hero.
was having with other people that aside from just images that were being shared, GIFs and animation
Dude, it's like you are just like one of my thoughts at the time, and I remember distinctly thinking this, is that you are so fucking lucky you live in polite society. Holy fucking shit. You're so fucking lucky.
were as well. And in the info dump,
Fawn, is that you?
videos were included.
Fawn is a fucking saint compared to these fucking people, dude.
Well, there's no way in hell Google will ever let me show that shit on YouTube. Luckily for us, a brave soul on Twitter took it upon themselves to go watch all these videos and give a detailed description of exactly what each one included. Hey, just so y'all know, like, if you don't have the stomach to watch the videos of Kero doing shit to these innocent animals, I'm gonna give you an extremely triggering thread of what I saw. There's so much more than just, he's a zoophile. Video 1. Kero in a suit head. forces a medium-sized dog to fillet several sex toys. Then the real thing. He anally penetrates the dog afterwards. The dog runs out of the video several times
Dude.
and retracts and gags from the abuse.
Dude.
Video 2. A tied and muzzled German Shepherd is vaginally
It's
raped.
just so
Video
bad,
3.
man.
The corpse of a deer is used as a sex toy while its blood is smeared on Kero's leg.
Okay, for this, I'm pretty sure was debunked, as in, like, it wasn't Kero, it was someone else, but because Kero had talked about fucking a deer, people thought it was him. It was not him, okay? It wasn't him in that fucking video. And Kero took that slight mistake that this person made and ran with it. It's like, see, it wasn't even me. It's disprovably not me, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, what about this, Kero? What about this? You literally are in your fucking fursuit, dude.
Video 4. A small dog is anally and orally raped. Video 5. A puppy is drugged and strapped to a log. It is
Dude.
anally and vaginally raped with the wide end of a baseball
Dude.
bat until blood is visible on the bat. The dog begins to visibly spasm. Update. More
Ever Slaneshi ritual? Yeah, dude.
videos have been found, including someone having sex with the decapitated head of a small puppy. Update 2. Not all of the suitors.
It's, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm fucking talking about. This is the worst shit I've ever heard of in my entire fucking life.
In the videos are
And this is the surface. That's what's on the surface. We're not even talking about the guys, people like Tim Wynn on this fucking channel. Archive the Wolf. Archive the Wolf archived a bunch of these fucking things. This guy, Tim Wynn, he is the guy who he has terabytes of content like this. And he's filmed and produced videos. And he does it professionally. He's made it a fucking career. That's how much this guy fucking does it.
Kero. I was mistaken, but the deer video is confirmed.
Yeah, see, yeah, I was mistaken.
Kero. I won't link the videos as they're too disturbing, and frankly, I could go to jail for distributing content. I'm done watching videos like these. They've unnerved me greatly. But a report on the findings of others, I hope you can forgive me. Jesus fucking Christ, could it get any worse? Well, in fact, yes it could. In January of 2017, Kero the Wolf had a dog that became ill with kidney failure and passed away. Here's a conversation he had indicating his
Totally hacked. By the way, just to be clear, totally hacked.
remorse for abusing his dying dog. Screenshots from tweets around that time correlate to this being a dog that did in fact exist.
Totally hacked. By the way, totally not him. Definitely not him.
Thank you. I left the group because it reminded me of stuff I did to him. Now that he's dying, I can't believe I did that to him. I can't be part of that group any longer. I love him so much, and when he needs me, I can't be there. I'm almost 2 states away. Wraps my arms around you. Try not to feel too beat up about what you did, what you've done. He still loves you in the end, and I'm sure he had a blast of a time with you. With some care, he could
These people need to be fucking beaten to death, like, unironically.
survive until you see him again. I think, though it'd cost them, I think. But for closure for you, I think it'd be worth it.
Also, Snake Thing, thank fucking God. You know, a lot of people did end up getting away with a lot of the shit they did. Not Snake Thing. Snake Thing is still in prison to this day for what he fucking did in these chats.
It. Had a blast of a time with you.
And to be clear, and I think this might come up in Mediker's video, and if it doesn't, we're gonna watch Archives the Wolf's video, because I'm fairly certain it was mentioned in Archive the Wolf's videos on Kero. The only reason why Kero didn't get arrested was because of statute of limitations. Because the videos of him doing that stuff passed the statute of limitations. So they couldn't charge him. And they were late by like a year.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a heartwarming memory for the dog. I'm sure it looks back fondly on the memories of its owner fucking it. I'm sure that's something it greatly and fondly remembers. being raped by its own.
Literally running out of the fucking room, dude. Like the dog being described as running out of the room. It was trapped inside of that fucking house with those fucking monsters. And it couldn't go fucking anywhere.
What a charming fucking memory to hold on to as you're dying of kidney failure. You know, the time your owner stuck his pinky down your throat and shoved his thumb up your ass. Now, in regards to the Kero leaks, it's still very early days. People are still parsing through all the information that was just basically dumped upon them. Some are taking up for him, starting hashtags and doing videos in his defense. Other people are just outright attacking him and saying that he is completely guilty. Time is really going to be the only indicator that's going to validate one or the other, of which of these is actually real. But there is one thing to take away from all of this entire disgusting clusterfuck of what's going on right now. Those videos that those people have watched, the pictures that were shared back and forth, that shit really does exist.
Yeah.
Whether this was actually Kero and a group of people he associated with, or whether that was a group of trolls just fucking with people. That content was created by furries. There are fursuiters out there that are fucking puppies with baseball bats and decapitating them and fucking their heads. There are people out there banging the corpses of deers in the fucking woods. There are people that share erotica when it relates to molesting puppy dogs and screwing roadkill. There's an actual section of the furry fandom that is into that shit. I think people forget why it was the internet started to hate furries in the first place.
Yeah.
It was their constant need to insert themselves into other communities, to flood certain image boards and shit them up, to share their degenerate artwork, and to facilitate the creation of this kind of content.
I mean, that's basically it. And then he plays like a fucking song. It's like Yif and Hell Fur Fags, which is like, it's like death metal. I could barely understand it, but
some retard in a mascot uniform is banging woodland creatures and fucking them to death in a forest. That's what kind of drew the hatred in.
yeah.
That's kind of what made people not like them in the first place. So how the fuck do you end a video like this?
And the message is so harsh because like I said, the people almost immediately was like trying to defend this shit. Like not defend the actions, but just sweep. They were trying to sweep for him. They were trying to sweep for Kero because they liked him instead of like being objective. And it's like, the fact this fucker got away with it too, man, it's just so fucking lucky, man. So fucking lucky.
What's your closing statement on this kind of degeneracy? On this absolute fucked up nature of a group of individuals that run around dressed like this, doing this sort of shit? Like how do you segue out of that? What's your outro? I say, you end it on a fucking song. An oldie, but a goodie.
Like, you can barely fucking hear the fucking lyrics, but he says Yif and Hell for effects, basically. And then this is the follow-up video. And he plays an interview. Kero had an interview with some stupid, retarded diaper fur. This fucking shit. Kero admits this, and this is going to be important because I saw a little sneak peek of Kero's response video to the documentary. This is going to be very, very important. Kero admits that he was in the chats. He admits that it was him. Just keep that in your fucking head.
Seen in a long time. Let me show you the part that I'm talking about in particular.
That content was created by furries.
Dude, there's fucking retard.
There are fursuiters out there that are fucking puppies with baseball bats and decapitating them and fucking their heads. There are people out there banging the corpses of deers in the fucking woods. There are people that share erotica when it relates to
Why would you watch this video as a furry and then act more astonished that he's calling it out than what the content is? He's
molesting puppy dogs and screwing roadkill. There's an actual section of the furry fandom that is into that shit.
That is true.
No, there's no section.
Yes, there fucking is. Now, most of the fandom obviously doesn't like that. They hate that. And when people found out what the fuck was actually going on, You had the whole Fur Vengers fucking bullshit going on. A lot of people hunted these guys down and exposed them and got them arrested. A lot of them did get fucking charged. Snake Thing is in prison because of the mutual efforts between Kiwi Farms and furries. That is the only reason why Snake Thing is in prison, is because of Kiwi farmers and fucking furries, right? But there is to deny this part fucking pissed me off. To deny that this is a section of the fucking fandom. Yes, it is. Yes, there is. There's horrible shit about everything. Just because the fandom has a horrible fucking disgusting side of it that exists, that doesn't mean that you should deny it and not talk about it. You have to talk about it. If you want this to cease to exist, you have to talk about it. You have to. You can't deny it. You can't deny it, dude.
For that.
One of the most horrible, hate-filled videos he's ever seen. Furries don't do that, Jim. Furries are good boys. They're an innocent fandom. How dare you?
It's just sidescuck. I cannot believe you're actually being sidescucked on this fucking shit. That is your priority. This guy fucks dogs. This guy fucks dogs. This guy rapes animals.
Stop slandering his sterling fucking reputation. You're leading a hate mob. Don't you understand the effect that you're having on our poor pupper Kero? He's gonna kill himself. He's getting hate mail.
I've been receiving death threats every single day. I see
Kero, there should not be a waking day of his life where he feels safe.
a photo that someone posted.
That is my opinion.
Sword, and they said they can't wait to chop my head off with it. So
good.
I'm honestly scarred, freaked out.
You're scarred. You're scarred? This is what I mean. 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 This guy is a fucking demon. You're scarred. You're playing the fucking victim when you repeatedly raped and prostituted your fucking dog. And you're scarred. Are you fucking kidding me?
Been having anxiety attack after anxiety attack. I went into a really dark place when this first happened, and I almost did something.
I played it before. I found out. Wait, what? That porn dating sim? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, is their real name Kero's real name? I completely forgot. I think his name is Jason something. I'm pretty sure his name is Jason.
That would have hurt me a lot.
Why must you persecute him, you cyber bullies? Remember,
Jason Effects. No, Jason Effects is not Kero. Oh, you're talking about. Yeah, there's like a furry porn. Well, it was like an artist. It was like an artist who was dating a fucking minor, and the minor voiced in certain sexual content that Jason Effects created. Yeah, that guy is completely out of the fandom, and I hope he got arrested for it. Actually, hold on. I'm kind of curious. I want to look it up real quick. No, it does not look like he got arrested. He should get arrested.
Fursuit don't fit. You must acquit. He did not fuck those puppers. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with what's going on, last week, Kero and a group of his friends had conversations on a social media service they used that was leaked out to the internet.
Oh, okay.
And there was some really heinous, reprehensible shit that was in there. Yeah. And Kero's response was to claim complete innocence. It's fabricated.
Complete innocence. Just like the amount. Oh my god, it's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me. The amount of times this fucker's story changed. It's like completely fabricated. I was not in those chats. In the interview, he admits he was in the chats.
It's faked. None of this is real. I was hacked by Iranian super. He actually said that. He said that he was hacked by Iranian super hackers that were targeting furries. That was his response to what was going on. Now, in my video, I was totally fair. I played it down the middle. I even included that retarded excuse. And I even finished that video up by saying, give it just a little bit of time. Just a tiny amount of time to find out whether this is true or not, because eventually the truth will come out. So it's been about a week. Where does that leave Kero and the Zoo crew? Were they really the victims of Iranian super hackers at the forefront of the new online persecution movement? Or are they as guilty as sin as they appear to be? Now, I'd like to state that there is some compelling and damning evidence that exists out there. People have been going all CSI and doing forensic analysis on videos and
he's talking about Archive the Wolf. Archive the Wolf was posting around this time.
Images and chat logs. They've been comparing locations and dog breeds. And if I could include that, I think it'd be pretty...
Dude, I've gotten a tiny scoop of Kero's excuses. He literally denies basic biology of like animals. Like he says, animal fur patterns are actually extremely common. No, they're not. No, they're not. Animal fur patterns are as unique as a fucking fingerprint. Cause it's basic genetics. You fucking retard.
cut and dry, but I can't. I can't show it to you, and I
He
can't.
literally unironically tries to argue that someone fucked a genetically identical dog to his in a basement that looks exactly like his. He unironically argues that.
Can't even link it to you. Google would never allow it. It's far too risky to put up. Even if I tried to censor it, it would defeat the purpose of even including it in the first place. But I don't think I need it. I don't think I need to actually even show that to you to prove to you that Kero
That
is
poor platform has been. I've never played it.
guilty and that he's a lying sack of fucking shit.
Yep.
This is a man that has consistently changed his story, not just in the span of a week, in the span of mere fucking hours.
The same exact fursuit? Yeah.
So I'm going to use his own words to prove to you just the
But in the videos there was multiple people. There was multiple people, if you recall from the description. There was multiple people. So he prostituted his own fucking dog. His own dying dog.
kind of person Kero is. Let's start out with what I think is a fairly compelling piece of evidence. 2 videos Kero did recently. 2 interviews that he gave to 2 different YouTubers that are separated by the span of mere hours.
He's pointing this out because it's gonna be fucking funny to hear 2 completely different fucking stories in the span of literal hours.
Hours from each other. And we're going to compare and contrast statements he gave in each of these. Both of the creators that put these videos up spoke to Kero. Both of the creators have different takes on what happened. And I just want you to listen to his responses and to the evidence and the ideas that they put forward and compare that to what he was saying a week ago. Again, a week ago, he was completely innocent. These were all fake. It was not real. His accounts were taken over. He was a victim.
In the logs, there are pictures of his dog that are not posted anywhere else online. It's possible that
There's that too.
person pretending
Also, he's taking those pictures.
to be him could have gotten pictures of a dog that looked like his.
Like he's taking those pictures to sort of like sexually show off his fucking dog. It's awful.
But because his dog was an Australian Shepherd, German Shepherd mix, and that particular breed has a myriad of different color patterns it can have, the chances of an imposter having a near identical match to his dog are slim.
It's not just slim. This is all of these dogs. It's the same breed. I think except this one. This one's different. Is it? No, it actually is the same. All these dogs. Yeah, no. All these dogs are the same breed. I don't know. I'm looking at the ears. This one's not. This one's not. I don't think so. But you see, you kind of get the sense. Like these, that's the same breed of dog. They look completely fucking different.
Along with that, there is a ton of personal information in these logs that, while technically obtainable, would require the absolute most obsessive of stalkers to get. There's also the numerous people who got a hold of some of the forwarded messages from the logs and could run an ID check on them and match it to Kero's now deleted Telegram account.
Did he deny being friends with Snake Thing? Nope. He did not. He did not. He fucking admitted to being friends with Snake Thing. And I think he says it in this interview. Interview. He was friends with and in contact with Snake Thing, but he didn't know Snake Thing was a zoophile and that they had just talked about Cub. Even though in the chat logs they're talking about more than Cub. But those are apparently faked. Yeah, no, he says that. He says half of them are real and half of them are fake.
I didn't believe these at first because, to be honest, a lot of them are just badly done. You can't just show me a screenshot where you took 2 completely innocuous messages and matched the IDs and say, see, that proves it. You actually have to show him saying something incriminating that was in the logs. But the one that won me over was Nasahina's video about it. Nasahina has no reason to lie, and faking the video seems difficult and pointless. But the thing that really gave me that feeling in the pit of my stomach where I knew that these logs were real was actually one of the only things that wouldn't even be that hard to fake. And that is the way that Kero greets people. I'd only ever spoken to him once before, very briefly, and the first thing he said to me is, "Arf, Arf, had a quick question." So I looked through the logs, and sure enough, you can see that same greeting a few times.
Dude, you heard it from the gay dragon folks.
And I'm not saying that this is definitive proof of anything. Like I said, this is the easiest thing in the world to fake for anyone who has spoken to Kero, but I guess it was the moment that everything just kind of clicked.
Well, you heard the gay dragon, folks. He had some doubts. He saw some evidence that made him...
Dude, this whole saga is like burned into the back of my fucking brain.
Believe that perhaps Kero was not the most innocent person on the face of the earth. People were matching up the ID numbers of the accounts that were shown in the screenshots with his actual account. Kero used the same kind of language and greeting with him that he was shown to use in the chat logs. The dog breed was very specific and matched pictures that...
Motherfucker does not realize it makes it worse for himself. I think it's arrogance. It's complete arrogance and ego. He thought he's like, well, I don't need to think about my lies. I don't need to think about having a consistent story, having a consistent lie. I don't need to do that. I could just make shit up on the fly and people just defend me anyways. Fuck it.
Were shown in the leaks. It seems that he had some reason to actually believe this. Now, let's compare that to the opening of the other video. Let's hear what he says when he's confronted about things that were brought up by the other person.
So first off, sorry for being blunt. Have you fucked any animals?
I haven't.
Not like living or dead, no roadkill or
That's so convincing.
anything.
I've never had sex with any animals.
Okay. And have you ever hurt or killed animals for pleasure?
I haven't.
You have not?
No.
Okay. Another...
Which, to be fair, seemed to be the case, right? Kero did repeatedly rape and molest and, you know, desanctify his dog, right? But I don't think he never participated in the zoo sadism. He participated in zoophilia 100%, and necrophilia, but he never participated in the sadism. Which, I mean, raping an animal is sadistic as fuck, to be clear. But when we're talking about zoo sadists, we're talking about people who kill puppies with their dicks. Like it's we're talking about that.
question
I don't think Kero ever did that.
a lot of people have asked, and this is a big one that's been going across, is did you actually get hacked?
Yes.
I did not have sex with that possum. That was a definitive answer. I was totally hacked, bro. It's not like he's going to immediately follow that up and say, oh, by the way, I kind of lied about a few things, and it really wasn't Iranian super hackers.
Did you actually get hacked?
Yes. Though I lied about one thing.
If you were innocent, why do you need to lie?
I was kicked out of my account. At first, when it happened, all I saw was my name changed, and before I could take any screenshots of the active sessions, I was booted out of my account. I felt like I needed to prove myself to people, because I was getting questions about all this stuff at once. And I was thinking irrationally, and I was just freaking out in general. So I thought, well, what if I just found one on the internet and just posted along with it? I should have been upfront and honest with everyone, and that is my fault.
So he posted a false screenshot of him being hacked. Lol.
And I'm sorry for lying about that part.
So we're both
Which is not true. Also, that is also a lie. That was his screenshot.
images that you posted fake, or was one real? And
Nobody ever accused Kero, because if you reverse image check it, I'm pretty sure it doesn't show up.
One was real. The one that had the active sessions.
One of them is real? Wait.
That is my fault, and I'm sorry for lying about that part.
so were both images that you posted fake, or was one real? And
One was real.
Okay.
The one that had the active sessions was fake. That one was found on the internet.
Yeah, you remember that tweet right there, that one where he showed the
Yeah.
logged in session from Iran? That's the active session Kero's talking about. That's lie number one. When he told people that he was hacked by Iranians, he completely made it up. He took a picture off the internet and passed it off as something that was happening to him. Sorry to tell you, all you people out there that were rooting for the Middle Easterns, coming in to purify this filth off the internet. There is no coordinated group of super Iranian hackers that is targeting Kero and his fucking zoo crew. Completely fictional. Pulled it right out of his ass. But what about the logs themselves, Kero? Were those real? Surely, just because you've lied to us once, because you told us a fib about those goddamn Iranians, I mean, you have to stay consistent. You have to tell us that the logs are actually fake. Those have been forged.
the other big thing that I know a lot of you have been passing around, and believe me, I've seen it in the comments, is the chat logs that have been passed around
By Iranians? Yeah, it would have been more convincing if it was like fucking Indians or some shit.
all over the internet now. Everybody's seen all the dirty laundry that people are saying you said. Are the chat logs real, or are the chat logs fake?
Okay, so the chat logs are fake.
Oh, thank God. Thank God he didn't say something that was the complete opposite of that.
So
thank God, thank God he wouldn't go on to contradict this narrative.
I confronted Kero about this and basically told him, look, I know that these logs are real. If you keep denying that, people are eventually going to find out the truth, and this entire thing is going to start all over. And then Kero agreed with me and told me that yes, the logs are his. He had those...
Dude. These videos were posted hours in between.
Conversations, and he does have an interest...
Also, kind of base. The grass crested shield from Dark Souls. I see that.
Some aspects of zoophilia. He also claims that some of the forwarded messages are being taken out of context, but that's something that you guys are going to have to decide.
Oh, okay. What could possibly be the context that would make talking about raping animals acceptable, Kero?
Is valid on your own. But back to my main point. Yes, the logs are real. Now, before you pick up your torches and pitchforks, let's talk about what that actually means. Yes, Kero does have an interest in animals sexually, and he and Snake shared with each other some pornographic pictures of them.
Oh, so wait a second. He actually did have those conversations. Those logs weren't completely faked, were they, Kero? And when you tell people those chat logs are fake, what you mean is maybe, sorta, kinda, huh?
I didn't say a lot of those things, but I will say...
I didn't say a lot of those things.
A long time ago, I was part of this group. It was...
Oh! Dude, you cannot... Oh my god, dude. This fucking guy. By the way, his most recent defense is that it never happened. So, we went from completely fake to never happened to some of it is real, some of it is fake, back to none of it happened.
For people who had an interest in feral artwork.
Hold on one second.
And this place had safe for work and not safe for work. And I met this guy in there called Nelazar. And at the time, we just chatted back and forth because we had the same interest in artwork.
Nelazar is snake.
Eventually, over time, I just stopped talking to him because it kind of freaked me out how many questions he was asking about the actual act of zoophilia and everything.
Oh, really? That freaked you out? Really? I mean, surely the chat logs reflect that.
And I told him that I would never hurt any animals, and I just don't...
By the way, he literally never said that ever, not a single fucking time in the chat logs.
I don't feel comfortable with it, so I eventually...
Well, actually, to be fair, he said he would never... he wasn't a fan of the zoo sadism, but he liked fucking animals. He said that in the chats.
Actually just dropped it and stopped talking to him. And now that this popped up, You're
gonna make a full vid on this as well? I might clip up the VOD, yeah, maybe.
I realized his name is Snake Thing, and he went by the name of Nelazar.
God, where have I heard that name before? Oh yeah, in the other guy's video, when he went to talk to him about you.
I was also able to get a hold of Snake Thing, the other person in the logs, through a mutual friend, and what he said...
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Oh yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, Snake Thing was also a popular person too, so they were in contact with a lot of normies, to be fair. But Jesus fucking Christ, like these people were like these were like multiple like Epsteins of the fucking furry community, right? Snake Thing ran Ink Bunny, if I recall correctly.
It matches up with this. The content that was exchanged between me and Kero mostly consisted of a few random tidbits of stuff we'd find together online. I cannot confirm, though I doubt he has done anything, whether or not he has actively participated in anything because I have personally never seen it. It may have been flaunted at times, but I do severely doubt he's done anything like that. We rolled with a fantasy at times.
You know, so just it was fake, but it was real, but it was fake, but it was real, but here's this guy confirming that it was real.
Literally everything in the chat logs that was posted, 95% of that I did not say.
So some of it was.
Some of it.
Some of it was.
Is true. I talked to...
Which ones? Which ones, Kero?
I told him fantasies about art and different stuff like
that.
Oh,
okay, just the art. Everything else is fake though, surely.
We just had that bro talk.
So the bro talk, dude. What?
Per se, you know, like locker room chat.
Right.
Locker room chat. I fucking forgot this came out of his mouth. I forgot this came out of his mouth.
Was locker room talk.
No, I'm sorry, Kero. You're not Donald Trump. You don't get to slip that one under the radar and act like talking about fucking bitches and being famous getting you pussy is comparable to fucking decapitated puppies. That's not a tomato, potato kind of thing. Do we really even need to go into the logs themselves? I mean, I talked about them in the first video. The conversations he has about fingering dogs' throats and asses. The conversation he had with Snake Thing about molesting his own dog and possibly hurting it. But no. He drew the line at artwork, guys. You don't understand. That's all just fantasy.
So the one thing is, according to Nelazar, you have a soft interest in zoo. Is that true?
Okay, so I have an interest in the artwork. I thought the
Kill yourself. Like, now.
Artwork was always
It should have already happened, but it's not too late.
fascinating, and That's really where I drew the line.
Totally just made it up, bro. Just going with the flow. You know those typical conversations you have that locker.
Dude, it's like the same thing with Lolicon. It's like, I really like Lolicon, but I would never, ever, ever rape a child. I promise. Like, dude, holy fuck, man.
Room talk on Skype and on Discord about finger fucking puppies and screwing deer carcasses in the woods. I think every guy's been through that phase in their life. You want to know what's actual fiction, Kero? Your fucking innocence. Every single thing that you've said over the last week contradicts itself, and every time somebody presents new evidence, you have to adjust your story to try to make it fit. Here you are giving 2 different interviews, giving 2 different stories. You tell one guy, yep, it's all legit. You tell the other guy, no, most of it's not legit. You tell people you're hacked, you're not hacked. You tell them it was fake logs. Well, some are real, or maybe all are real, but they're not all fake now, are they? That's changed. I mean, fuck, even the furries that were defending you couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. Why are you retweeting this guy's video, but then doing another video and telling him, no, it's actually different than what I told him? So much to the point where he had to go public and say he had a copy of your...
Catherix, Ashley Zoe Fox just interviewed him at 9 p.m. tonight, and Kero stated that the logs are entirely fake. He has not gone forth and admitted it. Where do you stand on this? I have the logs, so bad move was his part. We'll see how this turns out.
Conversation with him, and he was willing to release it, which of course once again furthered you into updating your bullshit story and putting forward this fucking gem. Oh, I need a mental health day. You guys need to listen to both sides of the story. You don't get it. Read between the lines. I can't give a clear and concise public fucking statement. Hey, I wonder what your clear and concise statement's gonna be next week after this guy gets done with you. This is one of those CSI motherfuckers that's been comparing pictures and videos of dogs being molested to your dog, and locations where those animals are being assaulted to your garage. Real interesting timing.
Deleting all your periscopes looks bad. I'm not so dumb, bunny. Total fragments. Destination Kero, the PCD wolf. Tour of my garage to get my mind off of some things. Oh, he deleted. Oh, that's so hilarious. He deleted the fucking video of him doing a tour of his garage. The same fucking place where the dog was raped. The same place where those 2 videos were compared and it found to be identical locations.
By the way, Kero, that the moment that he starts to post his evidence, you go and start deleting shit. Really makes you wonder what's going on, huh? Almost makes you look like you're maybe a little fucking guilty. And you just can't stop yourself from fucking lying, can you? You put out one bullshit story, and you're proven to be a fucking fraud almost immediately.
Hey, Kero, will you be at Wapafa, and will Yami the Wolf?
I don't know who Yami the Wolf is, but I will not be going to Wapafa because of death threats made.
He 100%. I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, I'm thinking of the other fucking guy. There was another guy, the Zooier Than Thou people, where wait, no, Kero did. No, Kero did do this. He did. He said he wasn't gonna go to a convention, and he went on anyways. He used someone else's fursuit, so he tried to be low key about it and stuff like that. This fucker was still trying to muck around with other furries and shit.
Against me.
Which, by the way, how fucking retarded. You're going to go to a convention dressed up and interact with people. You don't think people are going to recognize you? You don't think people are going to recognize your voice? You don't think people are going to fucking be like, huh, this person seems to be the precise exact phenotypical fat retard as Kero. Wow.
Oh no, I won't be attending, guys. I won't be attending because of the
He
death
got
threats. It's
banned.
too risky for me to go. How about the organizers of the events don't want you there? How about they don't want you to show up with your reputation of hurting animals and getting off to animals being abused? Maybe that's why you're not going. Maybe it has fuck all to do with death threats. But I'm sure you're going to be just fine. I'm sure the police officers are going to love sitting down and sorting through this with you in person. Oh, because there is a police investigation. And not that bullshit one that was talked about on the day this broke where people were trying to say, no, Kero went and talked to the police, everything's good. I mean actual officers sitting your weird little ass down and talking about you fucking dogs to death.
Questions for Kero the Wolf. Is there any specific update on the police investigation into the controversy?
I can't give away much, but I did give a statement, and it's currently being investigated. I am in contact with the police, and we're figuring this out.
Everything's looking A-okay.
We're figuring this out.
Bright and sunny days ahead for Kero and the Zoo Crew. And I haven't forgotten about the Zoo Crew either. They've got their own dedicated video coming up, because if you thought the shit he was into was bad, you have fucking seen nothing yet.
Yeah, the other people were awful. And then we'll watch one more video proving that he's fucking guilty. The truth about Kero's boyfriend, Kero. Why the New York investigation of Kero World failed. We'll watch those. Well, apparently they didn't recognize him because he still went, right? He's still not arrested. He's not arrested because you'll find out why. The statute of limitations. The recording date of the videos surpassed the statute of limitations, and I think at the time for sex abuse against animals, or bestiality rather, is like 2 years. Like, so like past the point of like 2 years or some shit, you can't get charged.
About 2 weeks ago, I helped break the news about the New York police investigation into Kero the Wolf closing without charges being pressed. From the beginning, I speculated the statute of limitations was a contributing factor, but I couldn't be 100% certain. As I explained in my previous video, bestiality is classified as a misdemeanor crime in New
Misdemeanor. Dude.
York, and their statute of limitations on misdemeanors.
See, I remember. See? Dude, I'm telling I remember very, very specific details about this fucking. It's traumatizing. It actually traumatized me. It actually unironically fucking traumatized me.
Is 2 years. The police could only charge Kero for an episode of animal sexual abuse that occurred on or after November 2016. Any abuse that occurred before then couldn't be dealt with by the
It's so fucking stupid that that's the case.
law. I wanted to take a look into the evidence and see if I could find any hard proof to back up my theory. The Forvengers who sent this evidence to the police were very gracious and showed me what they had. The majority of what I'm going to be talking about here can be credited to them and their hard work on this case. This evidence...
Jason... Oh, fuck. What the hell is his fucking full name? Dude, his name is... Jason... You know how I can find out? Joshua Hoffman. Joshua Hoffman. That's his name. That's Kero the Wolf's name. Joshua Hoffman.
Was originally sent to the Pennsylvania investigators, who then forwarded it to the New York investigators. I spent the last couple weeks looking it over and doing some digging on my own to see what conclusions we can draw. Contrary to what some people are saying, the video sent to New York was not any of the videos from the original Zoo Sadism evidence leak. Kero had nothing to do with the production of any of those videos, and doesn't even appear to be the one to have sent or received any of them. The primary evidence submitted to the New York police was a suspicious video uncovered on 8chan in late October of 2018. The video depicted a large black and brown dog with long hair being molested by a mostly unseen camera person in a dark room. This video and a document breaking down how it implicated Kero was delivered to Pennsylvania police, who then forwarded it to New York police as it looked to be evidence of a crime happening in that state. A public version of the document was posted to mega.nz on November 7th, but it got taken down, likely due to containing uncensored stills from the video.
Yeah. Dude, please stop. Please stop. I don't fucking...
Channel deleted and end with some very angry knocking on my door. So I'll stick to the important parts and show you what I can.
This part is gonna be so fucking important. Because Kero fucking denies this shit.
The dog in the evidence video is identical to Coda. He has the same facial pattern as well as the same white patterns on his front paws and his chest. The dog in the evidence video has a red collar, and in a video Kero uploaded to Vine, Coda could be seen wearing a red collar. The camera person in the evidence video is never fully visible. However, we do see some of their clothing. The first is a pair of black tennis shoes with black and silver arch patterns on the sides. The second article of clothing is a sweater with long black cuffs and an asymmetrical striping pattern on the left and right sleeves. Kero wore the same shoes and sweater to the genuine...
That's literally the same... Dude, this is what... It's so fucking dead to rights. It is so dead to rights. This is what I'm fucking talking about. Like, it's him. It is him.
February 17th, 2015, Pennsylvania.
You don't get this many... You don't get this many... I would say it's like circumstantial evidence, right? Each individual thing that's being shown is circumstantial evidence, right? Because in a vacuum, it's not exactly indicative of guilt, right? But when you have so many of them line up so perfectly, no, it is
Cosmic Fur Bowl event. Here's a breakdown of the shoes. The white
It's
stuff on the
literally
shoes in
the
video
same.
is likely snow, because in the video you can see the camera person's breath, which meant it must have been filmed on a cold day. And here's a breakdown of the sweater.
It's the fucking
so we
same,
have video
dude.
of a dog identical to Kero's dog being molested by someone in clothing Kero owns. Why wasn't this enough for the police to get a search warrant? Well, You can see the camera person's lower face briefly in the video. I had to censor this still so hard.
Dude.
I still
Awful.
don't feel entirely comfortable putting it on a YouTube video.
Good.
If
Archive the Wolf just went above and beyond in so many areas. I could honestly just take their word for it.
you really want to see it and make sure that I'm not just pulling your leg, I did post it in the Twitter thread I made about this information, and I'll be putting a link to that in the description, but
Probably can't do, probably shouldn't do that.
I'm not going to be using that here. Anyway, it's a little hard to make out the face due to overexposure, but you can see they are clean shaven. If you've seen photos of Kero's face, you probably know he usually has some kind of facial hair. Even at the Cosmic Furball meet where he wore the sweater and shoes,
So greasy.
he had facial hair. The only photos and videos of Kero being clean shaven come from 2014 or earlier, which means this video may indeed fall outside the statute of limitations.
Exactly.
But who's to say Kero didn't just shave his face sometime between 2016 and 2017 and make that video?
That's also possible because it can be pretty fast. I know for me, like when I'm clean shaven right now, but it usually takes like 2 days and it starts like fucking poking through a little bit. So it's like it could have been he still could have like been clean shaven at one point and just didn't make any content, didn't make any videos for like a couple weeks, maybe. I don't know.
Video while he was clean shaven. He was often wearing his fursuit head in videos and photos. Maybe he did
So you couldn't be able to tell. Okay.
shave during that time, and we just never got to see it because he was always covering his face. It's not like facial hair is gone forever if someone shaves. So how can we really narrow down when this video was created?
I think there's data. Like you could get like if it's like the raw upload of the video, you could usually find that in the metadata, if I recall correctly. You can do that, but I don't know if that was the case for this.
Decided to do some digging of my own, using what I've accumulated over the past few months. The first was trying to find the original 8chan thread the video was posted to. Maybe more information was available there. This was not possible, as 8chan has effectively been shut down.
Good.
I was able to
8chan is genuinely fucking like bad.
find the link to the 8chan upload of the video, which also didn't work because, again, 8chan is shut down. However, if we look at the end of the URL, we can see a file name, movie underscore number 27
November
underscore
27, 2014.
141129 underscore 002340.mp4. I then checked the archives of Kero's Beast Forum activity, where he had uploaded photos and videos of himself abusing Coda. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I have a video explaining Kero's connection to Beast Forum. But as
We don't need to watch that. I mean, there's plenty enough already in this video to be like he is beyond. Not only is he in the chats talking to Snake Thing, he fucking admitted to being inside of the fucking chats and in the fucking videos. It is beyond. It is him, dude. It is him. Same articles of clothing, apparently the same fucking facial hair, because he was clean shaven in November, right, of 2014. And he usually has facial hair, but for some reason he was clean shaven in 2014, and the guy in the video is clean shaven, wearing the same fucking clothes as Kero. The dog looks exactly like fucking Kero, and I'm pretty sure there's like, I think, does this detail come up? I remember them pointing out that the basement, there is like, what the fuck is it called? Like a pillar? There's like a pillar in Kero's basement, and it's like, it's identical. It's in the same, it's his basement, dude.
quick summary, Kero was a Beast Forum user under the name The Dogman 2, and we know this account was his because the Dogman 2 and Kero had identical personal information, and the Dogman 2 was uploading photos of Kero's dog before Kero uploaded them to places like Fur Affinity. However, like 8chan, Beast Forum has been shut down.
Good.
So if the video was up there, I wouldn't just be able to view it. I figured the most I would find was a handful of probable dates. Rough ideas held together by suggestive information from comments or thread titles that would be ultimately unprovable if they were talking about the same video that had been sent to the police. Instead, I ended up finding the exact second he hit the record button. Giving a blowjob to my dog. Posted on November 29th, 2014.
To It's just so disgusting. So disgusting, dude. So just. Oh my god, dude.
By the dog man too. Well, been here for a while and still haven't posted anything. But tonight, that's gonna change. I've decided, hey, I should start giving back to this community, since I watch other people's videos all the time and never share any of my own. Well, here comes a short video I made tonight with my dog. He's an Australian German Shepherd mix, and he loves it when I give him blowjobs. Here's some pictures and videos from a few moments ago. Hope you enjoy them. Here's the video. Sorry it took so long. Attached file movie underscore number 27 underscore 20141129 underscore 002340.wmv. The exact same file name from the 8chan upload. Kero's Beast Forum account is the source of the video sent to the New York police. The file format is different.
And that's the latest that they could fucking get, man. And all Kero ever did in the chats, I don't think he ever uploaded anything, but he talked. He talked about shit he was fucking doing, but he never sent any videos of him doing it. So it just wait, no, he sent shit like this in the fucking chat logs, but it's like 2014 passed the statute of limitations, so that's why he got away with it. That's basically it, man. That's basically it, bro.
Hey everyone, it's been a while, hasn't it? For those
Not long enough.
who are and aren't aware, my name is Kero the Wolf, and I used to make videos about the furry community back in the day.
Yeah, you should stop.
Some of you didn't expect to hear from me again, but as a lot of you know right now, I was featured in a docuseries on AMC Plus called Furry Detectives. And I'd like to take some time to talk about it, but before we begin on that, I'd like to quickly go over how we got here. As I'm sure many of you know, about 7 years ago, I was at the center of a...
What are the comments? Glad you're back, Kero. I knew you didn't do what others said you did on... Dude, you need to be killed. 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 All these fucking people. It's just watching all these fucking supportive fucking comments. Yeah, he's 100% deleting negative fucking comments, but dude, fucking
serious controversy. Law enforcement and local state and federal agencies conducted a full investigation that lasted 2 years. And in the end, I was not charged with any crime.
Because the statute of limitations. Cunt.
That is not just my word, that is a matter of public record. But
it's also a matter of public record that you actually 100% factually did fuck your dog. Sue me. Sue me. Kero the Wolf, what was his name? Joshua Hoffman. Joshua Hoffman fucked his dog in 2014. Sue me.
I understand
Sue
that
me.
for some people that is not enough, and it will
Yeah, probably because I've seen the evidence, Kero. Do you ever think about that?
never be enough. The internet is quick to judge and slow to forget.
Dude. Nice. This is what I'm talking. It gets under my fucking skin. It gets under my fucking skin. It bothers
I get
me.
that, but I've spent a lot of time thinking about everything over the years, not just on what happened, but who I want to be moving forward. I know this whole
The fact here's something that I want to point out. The fact that he is still lying about this tells me he is still fucking animals. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There is no way that he is not. There is no way that he is not. The fact that he is still lying about it.
whole thing left a giant scar on the fandom, and I want to apologize how I handled my response to it.
Like lying? Like lying? You mean like lying, Kero?
I was accused of something that I didn't do, and I didn't know how to handle a situation like
The way he's talking, dude. The way he's talking is just, oh my god. You are so fucking lucky, dude. Sorry. You are so fucking lucky. You live in polite society. You're so lucky.
I panicked, but I never meant to make the fandom look bad. And for that, I'm truly sorry. I'm not expecting to change minds immediately, but for right now, can I just have your time. I know that some people will never want to hear from me again, and that is okay. That is their decision, and that's completely fine. But for those who are still listening, for those who are curious, cautious, or open to seeing what's next, I'm going to be focusing on creating content again. Regardless.
I hope this guy is scared every time he goes outside of his fucking house. I hope every time he looks over his fucking shoulder and he hopes and prays to God that nobody fucking recognizes him.
Regardless of opinion. I'll get more into that at the end of the video, but I just wanted to touch on this briefly because I still care deeply about the fandom and everyone in it. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to apologize. I am truly sorry for how I handled that in 2018. But I don't want to get too far off topic because I know a lot of people here want to know how I even got into the documentary in the first place. So let's start.
Because a video of you fucking your fucking dog got released, or found out rather. And you were in the chat logs with Snake Thing. You admitted to being in the chat logs with Snake Thing. You admitted in your fucking interview with that fucking diaper fur that you have sexual thoughts about real animals. Maybe that's why, Kero.
Start where it all happened. So all this started in April 2024 when I got a random message on social media from this guy claiming to be a producer that's working on a documentary. And for the sake of, you know, I'm not really into showing people's identities and faces and profile pictures. So for the sake of this video, he's going to be called Mr. Director. So anyway, Mr. Director sends me a message saying, "Hey, I'm a documentary producer making a film about furries and how problematic amateur detectives can be. Would you be interested in talking with me?"
So your dumbass got baited? Oh, that's why he got so excited. Oh, that actually, you know what? That's good. That's good. I'm glad that happened. I'm glad you had your naivety preyed upon so fucking easily. You actually thought that somebody was on your fucking side. You thought someone making a documentary specifically about the zoo sadist leaks was on your side. That's fucking hilarious.
When I first saw the message, I was a little...
Hold on, it's fucking all glitchy and shit for me.
I don't know, hesitant, I guess the word would be, because honestly, I always...
You have to be so fucking thankful. You have to be so thankful that this guy is a fucking retard.
Get a ton of messages, either sending me death threats, a lot of hate messages. Those are great.
Oh, surely they come out of nowhere,
really.
right?
But regardless, I get a lot of messages just sending me ridiculous stuff. So I was kind of like, I don't know about this, but the more that I looked up his name, the more that I looked into him, the more he seemed real, because he actually had a lot of documentaries out there. So I thought, okay, I will.
Dude, this fucking
give
music
guy
is
a chance
psychotic.
and I will answer him. So I did. So I didn't really know what I was expecting going into this. The first initial call went a little strange, to say the least, because it was presented to me as, you know, amateur detectives not doing so great online and ruining people's lives. And I'm like, hey, I know that feeling.
I know that feeling, twin, yes.
So, we'll love to hear what it's about. So, as they're telling me a little bit about the documentary and the phone call, they are going over, you know...
This guy is so lucky, man. He's so lucky. He's so he lives in such like a perfect fucking circumstance in which he never actually fully has to ever address what he actually did. And this was the closest. And I really need to watch this documentary now. That was the closest anybody's ever gotten to holding Kero to account for what he fucking did fully. I hope that's what happened.
What they're planning, what they're filming, and what they filmed so far. And they asked me, I'm like, would you be interested in being in something like this?
We got Schneider.
And that was a loaded question. It was a very, very loaded question.
Should do a response.
So I was like, can you give me a few weeks to kind of decide? So as I was waiting those few weeks, I kind of just thought about it in my mind. I'm like, do I really want to be back in that action again? I don't really want to be.
It almost warrants its own dedicated fucking video. Just rehashing exactly what happened. It's like, here's Kero, here's what they did, and here's why they shouldn't come back. You know, I want my videos to more or less, like my Doodle Tones video, like I know that video is not gonna get good views. At the most, I'm expecting like 700 views at most. When I eventually get done with it, it's 700 views. At most. That's what it's gonna get. I know it's not going to do well numbers, but I want it to sort of stand as a testament as to what this person did and why they fucking suck, right? So people can just go to that video. If anybody is ever curious about what exactly this person did, they could go to my video and hopefully, you know, get a full understanding of what happened. Since Kero is getting brave again, it almost kind of warrants its own fucking video, like dedicated, actual edited shit, scripted. Watch it be a second to the femboy video now.
Dragged
the Doodle Tones video, hell no.
A document.
Doodle Tone, nobody outside of like niche art commentary give a fuck about Doodle Tones.
That's going to be seen by millions of people. Plus, I was worried what it would do to the image of the fandom. Were they going to?
You do not give a single fucking shit about that. The fact that you are still fucking lying about what the fuck happened tells me you do not give a shit.
Present the fandom in the right way. What were their plans? And overall, I just needed more information. During the first interview, there were a few red flags. They asked certain questions.
Oh, really? They were giving red flags, huh?
And I'm like, oh, is this going to be another CSI type of thing? So ultimately, I declined. I'm like, no, I don't want to be a part of this. I'll read a little blip of what I said in the actual message I sent them. My first message to them was, I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm going to have to respectfully decline the offer to be in the documentary. Thank you. You know, looking back on it, I think it was their mission to get me in this documentary because they
No
were like,
shit, you're a major player.
Talk and, you know, we can better explain things because I see that you are hesitant.
No fucking shit. Wait, I'm sorry, what? I got distracted. What was the exact quote?
To get me in this documentary because they were like, you know, let's just have another talk and, you know, we can better explain things because I see that you are hesitant and...
I'm very glad this brokey can only afford a fucking, like, a half body. Not even half body. No, he's completely headset. He's only got the headset. His broke nigga alert. Can't afford fucking full body.
You mentioned that there might be a little red flags, and let us explain it better to you so you can fully understand what we're doing and what we're trying to do here. So me being me, I'm like, well, it doesn't hurt to hear him out.
Me, fucking dogs.
I already said no, so what's the worst that could happen? I could say no again. So I just decided, sure, why not? We'll do another call. I was left with more questions than anything the second call. So they told me, give it a month. Just think about it. Please let us know. We are filming very soon and we would love to come down and film with you. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a month. So after
I'm kind of curious, is it available on YouTube? I wonder. I almost want to try and get away with it. like watching this documentary if I can. Fuck. God damn it, dude. No. It's not there.
Month, I messaged them again and my decision again was no.
It's an AMC exclusive.
I do not want to be in this. I don't want the Phantom to be hurt.
What's the deets? There is no TLDR. There is literally no TLDR. You just have to rewind.
And I just don't want my brand in this.
Your brand. You're concerned about your fucking brand, nigga? Are you fucking kidding me? It is 2025 and Kero the fucking wolf is concerned about his brand. Holy shit. Okay. Dude. That's like Weinstein being concerned about his fucking brand.
Done with the whole fighting people online.
Bro, it's just so. I mean, if I had to attempt a TLDR, Kero the Wolf fucked his dog and got exposed for it in 2017, and we're in 2025, and a documentary came out exposing him, or relitigating his whole fucking shit among a bunch of other fucking horrific people who got exposed alongside with Kero, and Kero is now responding to the release of the document, trying to defend himself.
Want to be left alone, and I don't really want to be involved in this. So ultimately,
Which, that, by the way,
his
that doesn't even cover the half of it. That is nowhere near covering the half of it. That's like the TLDR.
Hey, you know, since you're deciding not to be in it, I do want to let you know of a few things that are going to happen. So if it would be okay with you, I would like to have another call and fully explain the situation and just let you know what's going to happen in this documentary. To be completely open and honest with you. Me being curious about everything, I decided, okay.
He's curious about everything.
I already said no twice. I'm probably going to say no again, but I am curious about this whole thing, so I will have another call with him. So I had that.
Dude, why?
And, oh my god.
Why though?
It changed everything.
Whoa, it changed everything.
That, you know, this documentary doesn't happen without you. If you're not in this at all,
he's so egotistical,
whether
bro.
You agree to film or not, you know, this doesn't happen.
He's actually so fucking egotistical. Like, dude, like these documentary guys knew exactly who the fuck they were talking to. They're like, yeah, this guy is egotistical. All we have to do is tickle his balls just in the right angle, and then he will fucking be in hook, line, and fucking sinker. Like, this guy cannot resist the opportunity. The mere just give him the idea of him proving his innocence. He will buy it immediately.
Because the story begins with you. So regardless,
oh, that's so good. That's so good to know that that's what happened. That really brings my hopes up for this documentary. And that honestly sets my expectations really high, because it sounds like these people knew exactly what the fuck they were doing. Like not just in terms of being competent directors of documentaries, but they actually know what is going on. They actually know the fucking story. They actually know what's happening.
You're going to be in it, whether it be just a name on the screen or B-roll footage of your public posts and YouTube content. And I'm like, what? What do you mean?
What do you mean? You got exposed in 2017 for raping your dog. Of fucking course you're going to be a part of the documentary. You fucking kidding me? That's what it's about. It's about a bunch of furries who got exposed and hunted down by other fucking furries for fucking animals. Of course you're going to be in it. It's so stupid. Why would you think you wouldn't be?
I'm going to be in this.
Night Ring? No, Elden Ring.
What are you talking about? So he tells me, would you rather be another name on the screen, or would you want to come on and defend yourself?
I still have Night Rain installed, but I'm waiting to play it with fucking Noah and shit.
And I was just like, well, initially you didn't tell me that this thing was about me. And then he responded with,
why would they be contacting you if that was not the case? Are you retarded? Wait, yes.
This isn't about you. You're just in the beginning of this because you're the focal point at which this started, which everyone knows you by. So you kind of have to be mentioned in some capacity in this. And it's not malicious or anything. We just want to tell an accurate story. And there is no accurate story if you're not in it. I physically declined twice. I showed you the messages. I declined. I'm like, no, I don't want to be in this. But then they throw like, hey, you're going to be in this. So
oh, poor little Kero got helplessly manipulated into fucking shooting himself in the foot again.
I don't want to throw that, you know, description of like, I was forced to be in this, because ultimately it was my decision to say yes. But
you could say that you consented as a fully grown human adult. You could say that you because you are a fully grown human adult, that you could consent to that. I wonder if there are other people who couldn't have consented, who probably shouldn't have been exploited.
I felt like I was back
in regards to the situation.
Basically,
I wonder.
You know, with the fandom, you know, pushing me back so hard, I felt like this was
The fandom, yeah. Blame the fucking fandom, dude. Blame the fucking fandom for pushing you back so hard, whatever the fuck that means. Poor fucking Kero, victim of the century, dude.
my only choice to really set the record straight. But on the other hand, I didn't appreciate them just...
Dude, that's what I mean. He literally could not resist it. Like, all he had to do was be presented with the opportunity to be like, oh, maybe this time people will understand you, Kero. All you have to do is just be a part of our documentary. He literally couldn't help it. He literally could not fucking help it. He could not resist. So egotistical. Holy
saying,
shit.
hey, you're going to be in this, by the way. Deal with it. So
Yes.
I freaked out a little bit. I'm like, excuse me? What? I don't understand. So
Oh, I'm so
he
confused. I'm
laid
so
out
ditzy.
what the documentary is actually about. He technically didn't lie in the beginning message that I showed you. It is about amateur detectives versus actual police work and how sometimes they can mess it up, but they are going to show when they get it right. And ultimately,
Oh, they're going to show when they get it right. Is that a Freudian slip?
Agreed. Because, you know, I rather...
Wait, you agreed with what? Wait, what?
How sometimes they can mess it up, but they are going to show when they get it right. And ultimately, I agreed.
Oh, agreed to the documentary. I thought, oh, that's a little interesting Freudian slip there, buddy.
Because, you know, I rather be talking and representing myself instead of just being a random name on the screen. So a big thing during the Zoom interviews themselves, they were really driving home that they wanted furries to enjoy this documentary. And I don't know how.
You know what? We can agree on that, Kero. I don't know how you would enjoy this fucking story. It is actually the most depraved it is unironically the most depraved fucking shit I've ever heard of in my entire fucking life. I don't know how anybody would enjoy this documentary in that sort of way. I mean, I'm sure people could find it informative. People can find the story interesting in a highly, highly morbid sense. You know, they could find it and I'm glad I know that people like this exist in the fucking world, so I could be, you know, grateful for the things that I have in my life, be a little bit more appreciative of, like, you know, the lives of animals, maybe. Maybe that documentary might have turned some people vegan, who knows?
Furries are going to enjoy the documentary because, you know, the subject matter and everything else. And but they kept promising, you know, we have furries on our team.
It seems like they
the
did.
Story of how this documentary came to be and everything. So as the story goes, there is a furry intern at AMC that kind of just pitched an idea to, you know, some of the producers and everything and some of the corporate execs. And they're like, furries? Hell yeah, we'll do that. And they just went on board with it. So it all started from a furry intern from
something
AMC.
good, yeah.
So that's cool, I guess. But that's how it initially came to be. So I guess there are furries on the team as well, you know, trying to represent the community in a good way. So that's good knowing. And
that's good knowing. That's all you can say about that? That's all that you can say about that? What do those furries say about you, Kero? What do they say?
I don't know. I just initially was really hesitant about this because, you know, a lot of media likes to misrepresent furries. So that was kind of
Well, thank God this one didn't, right?
You know, they're trying to, you know, represent.
Yeah,
furries
thank God
in a
this
good
one
way.
didn't, right?
So that was cool, and it made me more comfortable actually being in it. I mean, regardless, I was kind of pushed into this, but at the same time,
cry me a
you know,
river.
I'm glad that, you know,
You raped your dog.
went into it.
Cry me a river.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet. So I'm just guessing at the
He
moment,
hasn't even seen
but
the
that's what they
documentary
told me,
yet?
and that's what they were preaching the whole time. So I hope that the fandom is like represented well in this documentary and everything.
Dude,
So
what?
the day of filming, it arrives, and they came over with a whole crew, like 50 people. There were sound guys, camera guys, lighting department. There was just so many people. It was nuts. But anywho, when we first started filming, it was divided into segments. So we did the interview first, which was me casually getting in and out of suit just for various shots. They told me, like, hey, act this way. We're going to be talking about this. Just answer how you normally would. And initially, I didn't want to wear my suit because
the reputation?
Traumatized by everything that
you were
happened,
traumatized.
I said, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable.
Why do you still have it?
Because he gives me trauma, and I am sad, so I don't want to wear them.
Wait, what?
And then eventually, they're like, hey.
Wait, whoa, wait, what? Is he dead? Okay. What?
I was basically traumatized by everything that happened, and I.
Why do you still have the suit?
I said, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable wearing this because he gives me trauma, and I.
You poor victim.
I am sad, so I don't want to wear them. And then eventually, they're like, hey, it would look better if you wore it.
Dude, I love this. I love hearing about this. I love hearing about this, that these people actually forced Kero to play along with like the accurate narrative that he is a monstrous piece of shit and that his entire persona should be associated with fucking raping poor little innocent animals.
I am just saying. So eventually they
Good.
convinced me to wear my fursuit, and we redid parts of the interview with the fursuit head on. We filmed the interview portion for 6 hours. 6 full hours. That I was dying. Because one, they wanted me to wear my fursuit for most of it, which, some I'm out
Green
of suit.
Goblin mask?
A lot of it I'm in suit, but, they gave me a lot of water. I was kind of pampered on set and everything. And it was really cool just seeing, like, 8K cameras and everything. Like, I always wanted to, get into acting or directing. So it was really cool to experience that kind of thing. And I loved it. I thought it was freaking great. The overall interview went...
Yeah, it turns out, filming yourself raping your dog isn't great in the filmography portfolio. So we kind of gave up on that passion, didn't we, Kero?
Really well. Besides a few things that were a little cringy that I'm like, oh, please don't make me do this. That's part of the B-roll portion, though. But the interview went spotless. It went well. There weren't anything that they asked that were overly crazy or anything. There were a few surprises that I was not expecting, but...
Dude, this is honestly such great advertising for this fucking documentary. I really, really want to watch it now. What was the curveball? What was that fucking curveball that they threw, dude?
I think I handled everything well in the end. So I know that I said filming went really well, and it did for the most part.
I'm so
for the
fucking
first
curious.
5.5 hours, it went really smoothly and everything, but there was a 30-minute section where the mood completely changed. And they just started grilling me.
Dude, yes! Dude, yes, this is so good advertising, dude. I cannot fucking believe you are giving free advertising to a documentary that exposes you for raping your dog. I cannot fucking believe. I cannot believe he is doing this right now. That is crazy. Oh my god.
Into like a
wow
like a interrogation per se.
Ooh.
I just thought I should mention it because that's, I guess, one thing that I didn't particularly love about the whole filming thing.
Why? Well, why? You've actually never been publicly interrogated by your actions that you have taken over the course of the drama, over the course of your participation in the chat rooms. You've never actually been confronted on that fully. Why not?
Thing was that they were just kind of rough with the questioning. I fully understand why they had to
Oh,
do
why?
that, but it's just like,
Could it be that the evidence kind of more or less speaks for itself and people kind of just want an answer? Why did you do this?
out of nowhere, like a drop of a hat, mood change, and it just completely caught me by surprise and everything. So it was just
So arrogant. I cannot actually believe he thought that he wouldn't have been confronted on this fucking shit. You're so stupid.
rapid
Thank God.
questioning, like, do you know that person? Do you know this person? What happened about this? And then,
Oh
by
my
the
God,
time,
did he
like,
deny
I
it?
could,
Wait, no, he
fully
did.
answer
He did. Later in this video. I think it's in this video. I saw whatever was on Krista Nark's shit. Later on in the video, he more or less denies that he ever talked to Snake Thing.
something to be on the next question and like trying to make me answer super fast and everything. So it was a little difficult, but I think I handled all the questions pretty well.
Hold on. I am 1.5ing it.
I guess we'll just have to see how they edit everything all together and everything. But besides for that 30-minute portion where it was just like rapid fire questioning, the filming went really well. It's just like that 30-minute window where it was just really intense for a while.
Oh no!
But then after that, we did a bunch of B-roll, and it was great. I loved filming the B-roll, and it was just absolutely fantastic. But my only main complaint is they wanted me to pretend that I'm gaming, but the only thing that they had on them was a Nintendo Switch. And one, they couldn't show one game because the company who makes that game,
I don't care. Don't care.
in this restaurant, just to kind of show like the feeling of loneliness and being sad. And I'm like,
That's funny.
okay, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Because in the interview, I did mention, you know, I was very depressed during that.
Oh, very depressed. Oh. Listen, all I'm saying, Kero, is the bridge is calling your name. The bridge is calling your name, dude.
That whole time period, and you know, I went into
clearly not depressed enough.
Everything that I felt over the course of the last few years, and about this picture, they had to do this shot like 20 different times because when my fursuit turns, it makes that derpy face, and it's supposed to be a sad scene, but instead you just.
It's supposed to be a sad scene, really? Okay.
Or the documentary actually comes out, well, the first episode at least, I'm going to be doing a kind of reaction to the.
Oh, they're doing episodic. Okay. Huh. Shotgun wants it for a day. Yeah.
We'll see in like 2 seconds. Okay. Wow.
What is
that?
This?
Was a lot.
Responding to the first episode. Okay, now he's wait. So he actually watched it?
Regardless, I am immeasurably disappointed by this episode. The producers.
Yes. Yes. Okay, he watched it. Okay, this is gonna be very interesting.
Clearly had an agenda when they interviewed me. They didn't want to find out the truth. They wanted.
Oh, you deserve it, you fucking little worm. You deserve it. You deserve it. Dude, this makes me actually so happy. This makes me so happy. You have to understand, the worst confrontation Kero ever had in regards to the Zuseta shit was with the interview with the diaper fur, who was totally glazing up his fucking cock the whole fucking time. That was the worst Kero's ever been confronted. And so now you finally have people who are sitting this smug asshole down and grilling him rightfully for the shit that he fucking did. Finally. You know, it's such a small ask. Obviously, I'd rather Kero rot in fucking prison for the rest of his fucking life for what he fucking did. But that's obviously not going to happen because statute of limitations and whatnot. But, dude, thank fucking God. At the very least, this happened. Good. You deserve to fucking squirm.
To match the narrative and maximize drama. They lied to me to get me involved in this. Even though I declined multiple times.
Lied?
Just, I guess that's Hollywood for you. Christ. But I guess first, let's talk about the detectives. The film frames them as actual detectives, but they are anything but that. They are not trained professionals by any means.
They don't need to be. They could just, you know, show the evidence. They could make a claim about you and show the evidence for it. Cunt.
They don't have a forensics background.
Don't
They're
need
just
it.
People who are complaining about me. Secondly, I would like to go over the second claim, the discussion forum. People are claiming that this is me, and it is not. First, I wanted to share some.
It is. Dogman 2 literally is Kero. They posted pictures of your dog. How do they have pictures of your dog, Kero?
facts with you before we move forward with this. Let's look at the amount of people currently impersonating me.
Okay, so real quick, since he wants to deny this, we're actually just going to jump back to Archive the Wolf, and we're going to watch that fucking video that proves that it is fucking Kero.
Beast Forum, a website dedicated to the discussion and distribution of zoophilic content. Among its nearly 2 million members was someone going by the name The Dogman 2. On the surface, The Dogman 2 was like any other user.
We'll watch it until there is like unquestionable evidence that it is fucking Kero.
Just your average animal rapist who liked chatting it up with other animal rapists and sharing videos and photos of the horrible things he did to his dog. But there's something deeper to the Dogman 2, and it quickly becomes apparent if we look at his first post. On January 22nd, 2012, the same day he created his account, the Dogman 2 posted a thread where he shared 2 photos of a black and brown puppy. These
You don't need to see the specifics.
same photos of the same dog can be found on Kero's Fur Affinity account.
Okay, that's it. That's all we need. That's all we need. Honestly, that is it. That is it. That's it. It's just the same exact pictures he took of his dog is on his Fur Affinity page. On Kero the Wolf's Fur Affinity page. The same exact images. That's all we need.
There's a lot out there, huh? You see how many accounts there are of this? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many more. People would take and steal anything that I posted on Twitter, FA, and YouTube and claim...
Well, if you're going to claim that it's not you, well, now you got to prove it. Well, actually, to be fair, you can't prove a negative. You can't prove it. To be fair.
...it as their own, all while pretending to be me. I can't believe the documentary didn't even attempt to look into this. The second point is, the forum said that
I highly doubt that they didn't. I highly fucking doubt that they didn't.
the account was from Pittsburgh. Let's quickly look at how many people are in Pittsburgh currently.
Do you think that's the only tie to your name? Do you think that's the only way they tied the account to you? Is that the account lived in fucking Pittsburgh? Really? You know, I find it very, very hard to believe that that is the only fucking thing the documentary brought up to tie Kero to that fucking account.
That's a lot, huh? But at the time, I wasn't living directly in Pittsburgh, the city. I lived in the greater Pittsburgh area. And that number is a lot higher. So let's look at how many people reside in the greater Pittsburgh area. 2.45 million. So just because a forum said Pittsburgh and I happen to live in Pittsburgh, that's seriously your...
I have to watch this fucking documentary right now. I highly fucking doubt that. I highly doubt that's the case.
Evidence?
I highly doubt that's the only fucking thing they showed. Because we literally just saw. It took me 2 fucking minutes to show the fucking unquestionable fucking link. Here we go. You know what? Fuck it. Let me pull it back up. Let's watch the whole fucking thing now.
Affinity account posted months and even a year after the Dogman 2 shared them on Beast Forum. In fact, the Beast Forum posted...
So just to be clear, the dog... What is being shown here is that the Dogman 2 had pictures of Kero's dog posted years before Kero would post those same fucking pictures on his fucking account. And it's his dog. It's his dog. It's not stock footage of some random dog. It's his dog.
Predates Kero's entire FA account. Now, I am relying on a screenshot for this information. Beast Forum required an account to view uploaded content, and since the site went down earlier this year, I can't make one. And because you can't create an archive of a logged-in session without some kind of specialized setup, all the archives of the Dogman 2's posts display the standard guest censor. So how can we be sure this wasn't photoshopped? Well, one of the Beast Forum photos is visibly different from its Fur Affinity counterpart. The FA version is much more saturated. There are clearly 2 different versions of the same photo, so this screenshot isn't a simple Photoshop edit. And Kero and the Dogman 2 share many, many traits beyond those photos. Now, on their own, these points aren't necessarily damning. They're like puzzle pieces. Individually, they don't show anything. But when you piece them together in conjunction with the photo upload dates, it starts to form a bigger picture. Number 1, zoophilia. This one's self-evident with Dogman 2, and Kero has confessed to being a zoophile to at least 2 people.
After talking to him more, come to find out, he is actually interested in real-life animals.
And he does have an interest in some aspects of zoophilia.
Like real-life animals.
Number 2, the dog. In addition to having the same photos of the same dog, both owned a male Australian Shepherd, German Shepherd mix. Number 3, location. On September 14th, 2014, Dogman 2 shared he was moving to Oakdale, a suburb in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. On October 8th, 2014, Kero uploaded the following to Vine.
I'm going to college in 4 days. So excited.
On his Pennsylvania first profile, he specified his location as Oakdale. And on November 30th, 2014,
Dude. It's just dead to rights. You fucked yourself. You fucked yourself.
Dogman 2 made a post describing himself as a college student. Both would later list their locations as Pittsburgh. Number 4, videography. Kero's interest in videography and editing is self-evident.
and Dogman 2 made numerous posts offering to film and edit acts of bestiality in exchange for having sex with the animals afterwards. Number 5. Anti-hunter, nature-loving furries. Both describe themselves as nature lovers and are extremely against hunting. Number 6. Punctuation. Both make the same punctuation.
And again, each one of these points is circumstantial evidence, but when pieced together, here's the thing. Circumstantial evidence on its own doesn't really prove anything. The whole point why we value circumstantial evidence is because when you put it together, it starts to paint a very, very fucking clear picture, right? Like together, when you take bits and pieces of circumstantial evidence and put them together, you start to get something more and more and more concrete, especially when the claims are being paired with the evidence. And we like, you're making claims about someone and you're matching the known facts about this person with the circumstantial evidence, right? Like facial features can be circumstantial evidence. Like someone saying, I saw someone that looked like this at this crime scene. You know, that's circumstantial evidence. It's not anything that's going to get a guilty charge or anything like that. But even then, I was going to go on to be like, you know, it builds to something concrete. You actually can get convictions based off of circumstantial evidence. It just needs to be enough, which is a little arbitrary when it comes to courts and stuff like that, because it just depends on the judge. But with Kero, it's like I've shown, it is like unquestionably him. There is not any fucking doubt that it is him. Everything lines up so fucking perfectly. And the fact that the Dogman 2 account pre-existed Kero's main account by 2 fucking whole years and seemingly has the same exact information that Kero publicly posted on his fucking profile publicly, the same information that's found on the Dogman 2 account, dude. What a fucking coincidence, if it ever was one. And it's the same. It's pictures of his dog. How does the Dogman 2 have pictures of Kero's dog? How?
Mistakes in their writing.
Posted prior to Kero. How did that happen?
Spaces are frequently put in front of the punctuation mark instead of behind, like it's supposed to happen, or sometimes there'll be a space and then a punctuation mark and then another space. It is a common pattern in both of their writings. Number 7. Cheesecake is life. Kero likes to say, cheesecake is life, and Dogman 2's kick username was cheesecake is life 44. Number 8. Maw fetish.
Now, Kero is publicly into Maws and Vor, that's an open secret.
Well, but basically, you get the fucking point, dude. It's like there's like plenty of evidence that it is fucking Kero. So he can sit there and deny all he fucking wants. He can sit there and say, the account only existed in Pittsburgh, lol. It's like, well, no, there's a bit more than that. And I highly fucking doubt the documentary only showed the fact that you both lived in Pittsburgh. The Iranians, yep.
How many people actually living in Pittsburgh? Ridiculous. Now, let's go over dog fur patterns. Most dog breeds' fur patterns are
Dude, here we go. Here's Kero. Kero is now going to deny basic fucking biology. Here we go.
Similar to each other. In the show, they did an overlay of a dog's mouth and said it was the same as my parents.
Hold on, what did you say, Kero? Sorry.
People actually living in Pittsburgh? Ridiculous. Now, let's go over dog fur patterns. Most dog breeds' fur patterns are extremely similar to each other.
No, they're not. Unless, well, it depends on the dog breed. Like Weimaraners, I would say, generally look the same, right? Very, very minor differences, but they're Weimaraners are like flat gray. Like they're gray, like just all around. Right? They might have like a little bit of white patch on their chest and stuff like that, because I've had 2 Weimaraners in my life. You know, my dog Ellie back when I was a kid, and now I have Ruby. They look different. They look very different. But, you know, Ellie was a lot more darker gray and Ruby is a lot more lighter gray, right? But like, point being, that's like basically like even when something with like a Weimaraners, where Weimaraners generally look the same, you can tell the fucking differences. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Weimaraner. Like, look, this is what I mean, right? You're probably not going to find a dog breed that looks this similar to each other, but you can even see the fucking differences. You can see it in their faces. Oh, wait, those are Weimaraners? I didn't know they were Cayman Brown. That's kind of fucking crazy. But yeah, you could tell the fucking differences in their face and shit. Like, they look slightly different. right? But you can still fucking tell the differences with something as basic as that. We're talking about an Australian German Shepherd, right? You are not going to find similar fur patterns with this dog breed. You are fucking yanking my fucking chain if you think you're going to find similar patterns with this breed. Get the fuck out of here.
In the show, they did an overlay of a dog's mouth and said it was the same as my parents' dog. Okay, let's do the same here. This looks very similar to what was in the documentary, but let's look at the full photo. See?
He's being fucking whatchamacallit. He's straw manning. He's straw manning.
Completely different dog.
Now, to be fair, I don't know what the documentary shows. I unironically need to fucking watch it. But I could guarantee he's being fucking dishonest here.
Similar. That was a picture I found on Google. Still not enough for you? Okay, then let's do it again.
Golden Retrievers are very samey, yeah. I don't know. For me, honestly, that's probably a better example of like a dog breed that probably looks very, very similar to each other. Where it's kind of hard to see the differences. But when we're talking about Kero's dog, like there is no fucking way you're going to have the same fur pattern.
Documentary, they showed a video of a blue
You know what would prove your point, Kero? Find me a dog. Find me an Australian German Shepherd that looks exactly like yours. That isn't yours. Find me that. Find me that.
dog's fur. So let's replicate that. Looks similar, huh? But that is a completely different dog. This was another picture that I found on Google. Look how similar these fur patterns are on all of these dogs. The dog in question
They're
could have been
different.
anyone's dog.
They're different though, but you could tell the fucking difference just because they're the same fucking color and the fur and the patterns are in similar positions. That does not mean that they're indistinguishable, right? The dog seen in your video looked exactly like yours. Dude. God, there's no point. There's no point.
You're comparing blurry photos and videos of dogs and saying that it's the same dog my parents owned over 10 years ago, even though they clearly
The date
are different
doesn't
dogs
matter.
with similar fur patterns. Like,
doesn't
seriously?
matter. Doesn't matter.
Really? Christ. And I didn't lie in the documentary. I physically did not have a dog anytime after 2014. In 2014, I moved to the States to go to college. And I never moved back to New York. My parents had a dog that I cared for before 2014. And the fact that you people think I hurt him is fucking disgusting. He was my...
You admitted it in the chats. You also said in the chats with Snake Thing, which apparently, according to you, is partially true. The chats that you had with Snake Thing, you admitted to some of them being true. Now, we don't know exactly what is true and what isn't true because you never bothered to point that out. But the fact of the matter is, in those chats, is you admitting to it.
My best friend, and I would never hurt any animal. I'm so fucking tired of people saying I did this. So let's look at what we just discussed. Thousands of people are currently and have been for many years impersonating me. I have been making content since 2012, and ever since I started making content, people have been impersonating me. That's the whole deal with being popular. People are going to do that. You can
Dude, someone broke into Kero's home, dressed up like him, and looked exactly like him, and raped his own dog. That's crazy, dude.
Find that on any creator out there. People will always try to impersonate the popular guy. The fact that this is even an argument in the documentary is just insane. We already know that a shit ton of people impersonate me on a daily basis, and just because a profile on a disgusting platform says they're from Pittsburgh doesn't mean it's me.
A squirrel with a
As we
condom
discussed,
on
there's
it?
a lot of
What?
people in Pittsburgh. And just because a dog has a similar fur pattern in those photos does not mean that they were the dog I had growing up. When it comes to dog breeds, a lot of dogs have similar fur patterns to each other. The
No,
whole
they
thing
don't.
is that everyone is grasping at straws here.
Not with your dog breed. Not with that. They look very fucking different.
You're
Dude.
trying to find anything to prove me guilty. The fact of the matter is, if these logs were real, I would be in jail.
If these logs, you admitted that they were real. What are you fucking talking about? We just saw that earlier. We saw that earlier. You fucking admitted to them being real.
Illicit material over the
Multiple
internet. And
times.
as you heard from the police in the documentary, it went all the way up to the FBI. And the only problem that they had with me was getting into one hard drive. Nothing on the internet had any validity to it. Because if it did, I would be arrested.
He said this before in the past. He said this before in the past when the investigation eventually cleared, or not cleared, rather like the investigation stopped, was because they realized that the only evidence that they had was past the statute of limitations. He said, but this is his go-to thing. Is like, I would be arrested right now. I would be arrested. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. If the statute of limitations are there, right, protecting you for some reason.
In this country, it's innocent until proven guilty, not the other way around.
Yep, you're proven guilty. You're proven guilty.
Speaking about the police, I have a few things I want to say about them. Everyone is talking about the encrypted hard drive. Did you know that your phone, smartwatch, anything smart device related, is now encrypted with basic encryption?
With basic encryption? No, but yours was above basic encryption, Kero. You do you not think the cops can crack basic encryption? If the cops seized my computer, do you think they couldn't get past my fucking password? Really?
Software. This has been the case for the last 10 years. These items are encrypted for safety, so people can't hack into them. So what? I can't practice.
You don't think cops can break that? Your specific shit had software that encrypted it.
Security? Is that against the law? Is that a crime? I had an encryption on my computer because everyone was trying to go through my accounts. That was right around the time I got doxxed.
Oh, but the Iranian super hackers can fucking break it, though. The trained law enforcement officers couldn't crack the fucking code. But fucking dipshit Iranian super hackers living in fucking mud huts could. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Paranoid. Every
Holy
single day,
shit.
I would get a notification from Twitter,
Holy
Facebook, Instagram,
fuck,
and
dude.
YouTube that there was a failed attempt to get into
Unreal.
my account. And since my address was now known, I Googled up encryption software.
By the way, he lied. He lied about that. He lied about his shit getting fucking hacked.
And downloaded one for free because I was worried about people breaking into my computer. Or
Whoa, so you admitted it. Whoa. So you, wait. Did he not just say that everyone's shit comes with basic encryption, and then now he's saying he had an external encryption program?
Get a notification from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube that there was a failed attempt to get into my account. And since my address was now known, I Googled up encryption software and downloaded one for free.
So that's why the cops couldn't get into your fucking devices, because you had some fucking primo fucking encryption software that people don't come with by default with their computers.
Because I was worried about people breaking into my computer or breaking into my apartment for that matter.
Yeah, like maybe law enforcement. Well, here's the thing too. You know, you said they had a problem with your stuff because some of it was encrypted and they couldn't crack it. Why didn't you give the password? I mean, obviously you were innocent, right? Why didn't you give the password?
It was scary to have that many people trying to get into my stuff, and even more frightening.
Okay, well, why would you be afraid of the police getting into your stuff?
That people were trying to show up to my apartment. So I locked everything down, did double verification on everything, changed my passwords multiple times. But it was a basic encryption on my computer. And the only things that I had on that drive were YouTube.
It's not basic. A password is basic encryption. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. A password is basic encryption, right? It is a preventative measure to prevent people from accessing the computer, right? It's encryption. Passwords are a form of encryption. You did not have that. You had to download an external software that encrypted the files on your computer. Meaning, you would have to have a password to unlock those files. Not to unlock the computer, to unlock the files. Why would you need that? Number fucking one. And number two, why would you keep that why would you continue to have those things encrypted and under lock and key when you're being investigated by the police? Why didn't you let them have access to those files?
I had all my effects, soundtrack, B-roll from my videos, and some photos from conventions I've been to.
Okay, so why the fuck are you hiding it? Oh, you mean you have encrypted video files. That's fucking interesting. Why didn't you let the cops see it? Were the cops allowed to see
If
it?
they didn't get inside of it, they would have found nothing. People are claiming that
if they did?
Some photos from conventions I've been to. Even if they didn't get inside of it, they would have found nothing. People are claiming that this was the
even if they didn't. So they did?
The holy grail that let me get away with it. People are so caught up in this that they are willing to believe anything.
But then you said they ran into problems with encryption. Meaning they couldn't access certain shit.
Also, they took everything. From all my laptops to cell phones, anything that could store data. And I think a lot of people like to skip over this, is that they took my cell phone. They had access to every photo, every video I have ever taken. On that particular cell phone, I had a backup of everything. They had access to all my emails, all my personal information, and they found nothing. My computers I only use for gaming and editing. I do everything else on my cell phone. So if I...
That must mean that there's another device. No. I believe there was another device. There was another device.
was guilty, they would have found something there. One last thing I want to touch on is the police officer said I was
And
nervous
here's the bad thing too, dude, because the cops only got involved like nearly like if I recall correctly, nearly half a fucking year after the initial Zoo Sadist leaks got released on Twitter. So he had plenty of time to cover up whatever the fuck he needed to before police came knocking on his fucking door. So that's also another factor that's not being included here. Is that
visited me. Yeah, because it came out of nowhere. Because this whole situation was ridiculous. And I never thought the police would ever get involved. As soon as they came into my apartment, there was rapid fire questioning.
Why would you think that when you literally admitted to being in the fucking chat rooms where they were talking about raping dogs and fucking with kids? Why would you think that you wouldn't be investigated?
In the apartment, where have I been for the last 2 days? And then they searched my apartment. I let them do that. They didn't have a warrant at the time. So yeah, I was nervous at the time, but I completely complied with them.
I watched a video of a guy letting police search his house when he had just killed somebody in that house and their body was in a freezer. So you telling me that you let cops search your home without a fucking warrant doesn't do anything for me. Sorry.
Of course, of 4 months, they came almost every single day and asked to search my place because I kept getting calls that I was doing something bad. And each and every time they searched, they found nothing. I figured if I let them search my apartment, this whole thing will just go away. Imagine my surprise when they actually attained a warrant somehow. But through everything, I remain innocent. I remain uncharged. If you don't like that, then there is the back button. You do not have to watch my content.
I hate this nigga so much, dude.
I am back on YouTube for me. Because I enjoy making videos. I don't care how many subscribers I have. I don't care how many views I get. This whole documentary is 100% based on circumstantial evidence surrounding me. And it's presented by people who are labeled as detectives when—
Circumstantial evidence? Sure. But when put all together, paints a real fucking bad picture of you.
And they are actually—
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? It starts to increasingly, as you pair the circumstantial evidence, in isolation, it's circumstantial. But when paired together, when everything clicks together, you're guilty. Beyond any reasonable doubt.
Detectives. They are just people.
And you are so fucking unbelievably lucky that it is a misdemeanor for doing what you did to those fucking dogs in your state. You are so fucking lucky, dude.
Like me. They are not law experts by any means necessary. They are just researchers. They are not trained to be legal detectives. I do applaud their work for helping certain people get locked up who actually did bad things, but they are wrong about me.
Oh, those certain people that were what? Oh, that you were talking to, that you were friends with, that you specifically spoke to in regards to certain illegal subjects? Oh, those people? Those people that got locked up? What about that, Kero?
Take a second.
Why were you openly discussing dog rape with Snake Thing?
To think about it. Instead of letting anger drive you, does this case against me—
Why did you admit to having sexual feelings towards real-life animals? Why?
Actually make sense? Is it actually grounded in reality, or is it an angry mob who got the wrong guy and has been repeating the same lie for 8 years? Let's repeat the facts. If I was guilty, there would be better evidence than this. And they wouldn't need to resort to dramatic music or tricking me into an overly dramatic documentary. There were people who were actually charged. The people—
You're right. There's the Archive the Wolf account that shows everything. There's also that.
Who actually did things. I went through the legal process. I cooperated with the police, and in the end, I was not charged with anything. The narrative of this documentary is that I got away with—
No. His verbiage here is so fucking interesting that he was never charged. Doesn't mean that you're innocent. Just because you're not charged. It's very, very, very interesting that he keeps harping on that. Not charged.
With it. But that's not a part of the reality that we live in. There is always going to be conspiracy theories about me. I get that. But people cannot ignore the facts. I was never charged with a crime. I am not guilty. Local, state, and federal agencies could not prove me guilty. Do you know why? Because there is no such evidence that I ever did anything. Anyway, my overall thoughts on it so far? Not great. There's a lot of things that they did that I really dislike. I don't like how they didn't research more about me. They just went off what the detective said. Usually with this kind of docuseries, they are very front-loaded. So shock value, then it comes down, and then it goes back up into shock value. So I think the next episode is going to talk about me more, but it might be better. I don't know. It's just I had a good experience filming with them, and it makes no sense that this is the first episode.
Why would they
so
lie
it
to
just
me?
has to be better than this. I don't know.
Why
I guess
would
we'll
they
see what
lie
happens
to
next
me?
week. I do know that I'm only in this for 2 episodes, so I don't know how much more they are covering with me. I did want to get this video out as soon as possible, so if I missed anything, I'll cover it.
Oh, don't worry, Kero. When they're done with you, they'll start covering your friends who fucked puppies to death that you were perfectly fine with up until it became inconvenient.
Again in the next video. Also, updates. I've decided I will no longer be active on Twitter.
Don't care. All right. Rotten hell, you fucking dirtbag piece of shit.